Alright guys, now I posted something on my Instagram about the giveaway. Once I hit 1K subscribers on my YouTube channel, I will be giving out a pair of these. All you gotta do is be subscribed to my YouTube channel, and that's it. Alright, I'll do a video of whoever takes a pair of these, but this is what they look like once they're in the car. And alright, that's it. That's all you gotta do. Just simply so be subscribed to my channel. That's it. Once it hit 1K, I'll go ahead and do the raffle. Alright, let's get to the video. Okay, so today we're going to be doing the vents install. These little boys right there for the Kia. You want to open your glove box and then take this little cover off right here. Now that you got that off, you're gonna remove this screw right here. This one. And this will remove this little gray cover that covers the screws that are under to remove the whole dash. Okay, now when you're removing this, don't pull down, pull backwards, because you'll break it. Luckily I didn't break anything, but I noticed that me pulling down, I wasn't able to remove it, so pull backwards towards you, this way. It should come right out. Now another thing is you need to pull this little cover as well under the steering wheel, so that the little small gap here that's holding this one can come out. And just pull it off. And that's that. Put this to the side. Now you're gonna have 4 screws. 1, 2, 3, and then 4 right here. 4 screws total. And now that you got the 4 screws off, just pull here. Should come right off right there. Just pull towards you. Give me 1 sec. There it is. Comes right out. There's two harnesses right here. If you guys can see that one right there, there's gonna be that one. And then the other harness will be the one right here for your start button. Just get that off and then you should be able to take it out. Now, you're gonna be removing 8 screws, which hold in this, right? All 3, which is 1. These right here, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You should remove those, and then this should come right off. Okay, so now that you got them off, right? You don't need the big plastic, the harness, right? I was trying to remove it, but the other vents don't fit, and you don't need to cut it. You only need to cut it in order to get it in the little vent from the other one, but since it doesn't fit, there's no need to cut. Okay, now that you got that right, you're gonna fit it to where you find it perfect, because they don't fit as perfect, right? So this is as nicely as I could say it looks, but if you push it more in there, it doesn't look flush. So now you're gonna need some help with this, but somebody to hold it. But now that you got that done, you're gonna glue all the little sides, because it does fall back since it doesn't have the harness to hold it. You're gonna glue the little sides, all the little sides, and just let it dry. So I'll keep it. I'm gonna do this one, then do the rest, and then I'll let you guys know how it goes. Okay, now before you plug in everything and put the dash back, I hit the little box here inside the controller, and I put a little bit of 3M tape so it doesn't move around, it doesn't rattle. And then I'm gonna run the power through in here, and then I have a fuse box outside that I already made like a separate fuse box, and I'm just gonna put these. I'm gonna run these to the power, but I'm gonna hide them through inside here, so you won't be able to see them. All right, guys, I got them all glued in. Now I will say they don't fit as flush as they should, but you're gonna have to work, see how you like it to your liking, but this is how it should look once they're all glued on. Yes, you have to glue them on. No, there's no ifs or buts about it. So let me show you guys how it looks from the back. I used both super glue. Make sure it's liquid, the one that dries as fast as possible, because if you get the one that takes like 10 minutes, trust me, you're gonna struggle. And then once it dried, I used the glue gun to make it extra safe, because you know, if you want to be pushing it in there and it accidentally falls in, well, you're gonna have to take the whole dash again off. So that's how it looks right there. Better safe than sorry. I'm gonna pop it back in, and we'll start it up. All right, now I gotta plug it in. I already turned them on, and voila. Now make sure when you're putting it back, you got that little harness right there that goes here, and then your start button that goes here, and that's it. Just put it back in. All right, now make sure you start from the left, right? Make sure that turns on. That means you connected it, and then that turns on too, well, you connected the harness right, and just start pushing in. Okay, so I ran into an issue putting it back, because you don't need to cut anything on these, right? You don't need to cut anything at all, but it does have does say top, right? The top, everything that says top, you don't need to cut, right? Like he says, like, you need to cut all these. This is only for the 2018s to 2021. I don't know about the 22s, because apparently this is different. I don't know about that, but for the 21, I started cutting all these, but you don't need to cut them, because you're not going to fit it into the harness, into this one. So in order to get it into this plastic, you need to cut them, because I understand if you see that these don't have them. So, but we're not going to use it, so you don't need to cut anything. But the bottom, you do, because it pushes the center down. Let me go ahead and show you really quick. So when I was fitting it, right, it was pushing this down. So I had a gap here, and I was like, well, that gap was never there. So I was wondering what is pushing this down, and it was these little plastics here that I had to cut. That was pushing that down. But I'm gonna put this back and then see if that fixed it. But yes, I had a huge gap. I want to say like a ½ inch gap, that this big, because this was pushing it down. But let me fit it back and let's see how it goes. All right, so okay, so I got it. It was a plastics that was in the back, but here, see how it fits perfect. I had a huge gap here, like I want to say this big, pushing it down, and I was wondering what that was. So cut the bottom, right, and you should be good. But make sure all the harnesses are plugged in, everything works fine, and then simply put the cover back on. Screw the 4 screws. Remember, 4 screws. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then you should have a small one here as well. 5, and then just, oh no, wait, this is last. This one's last. This all 4 screws. Then you fit this small one, and you're good. Let me put that back up and get ready to go. Okay, now let's talk about pairing the app to the lights. So if you get this screen, it automatically doesn't work, right? When this is going to be your screen right here, right? You don't click any of the bottom right, nothing. You're going to go top right corner to the circle with the plus sign on the top right. Click that. And then you're going to click LED BLE. You click that. It'll say scanning, and then it'll pair. And once it says development, because I'm not in my car. But if you're close, it'll pair, and then you're good to go. If you don't do those steps, you will not be able to connect to the lights, and you will not be able to turn them on. So these steps are crucial to do. Make sure you follow these steps. And now what you could also do is change the colors, you know, to anything you want, you know, just pretty badass. You know, you got the app that controls everything. You got the mode. You go to mode, you can put that, it like flashes all. You can lower the speed, how fast you want it to change colors. It's a little, you can mess with this around with this app as well. And then you can put music as well. You can go back to just whatever regular color, any color you like, you know, green, blue, red. And then you can also turn on the brightness, how high you want it, you see. And then bright again. But this is how the app looks, this is how it works. And then you can also turn it off from here. Bam. But there it is, it's ready.